Now before we start, let me quickly show you where you can download the sample models used in these tutorials. From the ExcelAnalyzer ribbon, click on Help, and then select Download Example Workbook. Just click the link, and the model will be downloaded automatically. Now let's take a look at the ExcelAnalyzer ribbon. It is divided into 5 main sections. The first section is the Model Analysis Overlay. Here you can activate the Formulas Overlay or the Inputs Overlay. These create a visual layer on top of your spreadsheet, helping you review formulas, constants, and inputs instantly without changing your original formatting. The second section is Reports. From here, you can generate the formula report and the model flow report. You can also delete reports, print them, or create a professional PDF for documentation and sharing. The third section is Permanent Colors. This applies the same formula-based coloring directly to the workbook. This is especially useful when you want to send the file to a client or colleague who does not have ExcelAnalyzer installed. The fourth section contains tools such as Unprotect and Unhide, which automatically unlocks and unhides all sheets. And finally, the Assistant section gives access to help, tutorials, and personal online support. Now let's start with the Formulas Overlay. When you click the Formulas button, ExcelAnalyzer creates a visual overlay on top of your spreadsheet. It does not change your formatting. It simply adds a layer to help you review the model. You immediately see the structure of the sheet. Light gray cells are constants, dark gray cells are text, and every unique formula gets its own color. This makes it very easy to detect inconsistencies. For example, the yellow cells all belong to the same formula group, while the brown cells are formulas that appear only once. These single formulas are often high risk and should be reviewed first. On the right side, you see the ExcelAnalyzer panel. If I click the play button, ExcelAnalyzer automatically cycles through every unique formula. This allows you to review the logic quickly, without checking cell by cell. You can also navigate manually using the blue buttons. The left and right arrows move through each unique formula range. If one formula appears in several separate areas, you simply click to jump through those ranges. The double arrow buttons take you directly to the next unique formula group, making the review even faster. You can also use your keyboard. Page up and page down move between formula ranges, while the arrow keys move within the same range. This creates a structured and efficient review process. And with the pre, dep, or off options, you can switch to tracing mode. This works like Excel standard tracing, allowing you to visually follow precedence and dependence across the model. The ExcelAnalyzer panel on the right can be switched on or off with a single click. At the top, you see key metrics such as the total number of formulas, the number of unique formulas, and the formulas that appear only once. This combination of visual overlays and structured navigation makes reviewing spreadsheets much faster and more reliable. Now let's move to a more complex example, to the budget sheet. These are the types of sheets we see in real projects. Many colors, copied formulas, and quick adjustments made under time pressure. Manually reviewing this would take a long time. But with ExcelAnalyzer, you immediately see where formulas are consistent and where something has changed. For example, here some columns were missed, and here certain rows were not included in the calculation. Instead of searching through the model, you simply follow the visual signals and focus only on what stands out. This makes the review faster, more structured, and far more reliable. Now let's move to the expense sheet and once again activate the Formulas Overlay. Immediately, ExcelAnalyzer highlights key risks. Formulas with a thick red border are external links. Blue borders show inner sheet references. And here we can already see a ref error. On the right, the ExcelAnalyzer panel allows you to focus on specific risk areas. For example, if I select External, all other formulas are grayed out, so I can review only the external links. If I select inner sheet formulas, I can quickly cycle through each one and validate the logic. We can also check hard-coded values or errors. Here we have a ref error. I fix it, move to the next, and resolve the issue in seconds. This navigation panel helps you investigate even the most complex sheets in a structured and efficient way. If we move to the balance sheet, the overlay immediately highlights both consistent and inconsistent formula blocks. This allows you to focus on the areas that really matter, instead of manually checking every single cell. At the bottom of the ExcelAnalyzer panel, you have several productivity tools. For example, Wide 7 resizes all columns so you can see more on your screen. You can also activate show formulas together with the overlay, making it even easier to spot inconsistencies and understand the model structure. And with Go to Last Cell or Go to Formula Report, you can instantly navigate through the model. The second overlay feature is the Inputs overlay. It's all input cells used in formulas. Cells referenced by formulas appear in blue, while formula cells are shown in green. This gives a clear overview of the key drivers in your model. It also helps you detect inputs that are not used anywhere, so you can quickly identify unnecessary or forgotten assumptions. In addition, the overlay shows which other sheets depend on this sheet. At the top right of your screen, you see the inbound sheets. These are sheets that pull data from the current sheet. You can see this as an advanced precedence and dependence overlay, giving a much clearer and faster overview than Excel's standard tracing tools. Let's now generate the reports. Once the analysis is complete, they are automatically added at the start of the workbook. Next, let's look at the first report, the formula report. This report gives a complete overview of all formulas in the workbook. You immediately see key information such as the total number of formulas, the number of unique formulas, and how many appear only once. You can expand each sheet to view all unique formulas. ExcelAnalyzer enhances readability by applying color to the different components within each formula, helping you understand the logic more quickly. Everything in blue is clickable. With one click, you jump directly to the formula in the model and then return to the report. At the top, the formula filters allow you to focus on specific risks such as hard-coded numbers, external links, inner sheet formulas, functions, named ranges, or errors. For example, if you want to find all formulas containing a VAT rate or discount, you can filter instantly. This would normally take a significant amount of time in large models. At the bottom, the summary gives an overview of numbers, functions, texts, external links, and named ranges across the workbook. This helps you quickly understand the model and identify risks. You can also print the report or generate a professional PDF for documentation and audit purposes. The second report is the Model Flow Report. For this demo, I'll switch to another model where the report has already been generated, as it contains more intersheet links. This makes it easier to explain the structure and the value of the Model Flow Report. This report shows all links between sheets, giving a clear overview of the model structure. Each sheet is automatically assigned a color based on its role. Blue sheets are isolated. Green sheets pull data from other sheets. Orange sheets provide data to other sheets. And red sheets are hub sheets, both sending and receiving data. These are the most critical parts of the model. When you click a sheet, you see all outgoing connections. Switching to detailed view also shows inbound connections, helping you understand dependencies and reduce risk when making changes. This gives clarity, transparency, and full control over complex models. Another powerful feature is permanent colors. This applies the same coloring directly to the workbook instead of using a temporary overlay. This is useful when sharing files with clients or colleagues who do not have ExcelAnalyzer. You can apply this to one sheet or the entire workbook. Please note that this will overwrite formatting, so it is recommended to save your file first. And finally, ExcelAnalyzer is not just for reviewing models. You can also use it while building your spreadsheet. When you activate the overlay and start creating formulas, ExcelAnalyzer immediately color codes them. Identical formulas receive the same color. If you introduce a different formula, it appears in a different color. This makes it easy to detect mistakes in real time. In that way, ExcelAnalyzer works like a spell checker for Excel. Just as Word highlights errors while you type, ExcelAnalyzer highlights risks while you model. So instead of reviewing everything at the end, you build faster, with more confidence, and reduce errors from the start. We hope you enjoy the trial and experience how ExcelAnalyzer can improve your workflow. We would really appreciate your feedback, and please feel free to share your thoughts, questions, or suggestions with us.